masters of speed. This is Formula One.
Yo guys, how's it going? It's F2, it's another setup, it's Spain, without the S. Just joking, let's get into it. So, 3 upper chairs starting off P2, 5 red lights. Felt they took like forever to go out. Let's get the toe from Lawson and then try and get him into turn 1. Smooth, nice and clean. As always with these setup videos, the setup is at the end, and I really hope it helps. And if it doesn't help, let me know in the comments where you think the setup is rubbish or it's not working, and I will do my very best, as always, to try and get a setup that is workable for you. Remember, I do these setups simply to help the man, the guy, the girl, the woman that has very little setup knowledge. That's what I do it for. For the guys who have a bit of nuance around setups, you know, the intermediate player, you know, the veteran, they're not going to find much use from these setups. They might, but we all drive differently. And there is multiple variations you can have when it comes to setups. There's literally, the possibilities are endless. As like I said, we all drive differently, and I do this for the guy, the girl that has very little knowledge, and they're trying to better themselves. And if it helps one person, then to me the setup has done its job. As there is a plethora of videos out there regarding time trial setups, and the more you use time trial setups, you're never going to get better. Time trial setups are all good for about 3 to 4 laps, above 20% tyre weight, and that's when you're really going to struggle. Really going to struggle. The AI are absolutely rapid around here, obviously with Spain being a test track, but it's all good. We got the setup that will combat all that, or I believe we've got a setup that will combat that, but stranger things have happened. And as always, the setup is at the end of the video. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I said it before, and I think I said it in the Miami setup as well. Absolutely love doing these F2 setups. I really do. Really enjoy driving the F2 cars. They're very much different to obviously the F1. You have to be a lot more gentler with the F2 cars. But with that being said, you also have to be in the right gear at the right time as well with the F2 cars. You know, with the F1 cars, you would just be in a lower gear or in a higher gear, like 4th, 3rd, 4th, pretty much every corner to dull the torque from the engine. In the F2 cars, it's pretty much the opposite. You have to be right gear, right time, and keep on it. Keep on it. As I saw the back end was trying to go around then. It's my fault, I'm pushing to get an even faster lap. as I tend to struggle in sector 3. As I did, I managed to go, what, half a second, not half a second, half a tenth quicker. Obviously F2 cars, they don't have, what? Okay, I thought I'd unlock all the tokens, but never mind. Obviously the F2 cars, they don't have the ERS that the F1 cars have. We're absolutely flying. That's what clean air and a really good setup can do for you. This corner is very tricky indeed. Sometimes you just have to, you know, pay respect, treat everything with respect, and when you do that, it doesn't throw you into a wall, it doesn't want to kill you.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
And just like that, Spain's nearly over. Remember that your inputs, especially in the first 3 corners of Spain, they need to be pretty solid. No janky, clanky steering wheel movements, otherwise the front end will not grip up and the rear end will overtake it. The more violent you are on the steering wheel, the worse it's going to be for you. With that being said, when these cars slide, this version of the F2 car, it does feel a lot easier to actually catch a spin. Not that I want to spin at all, but this is it. This has been Spain. This has been on board with Theo Pache. Let's go. Remember to drop a comment down below and let me know what you think of the setup. If I've done something wrong, let me know what I can do to make it better for you. And yeah, we'll go from there. Setup's coming up. Hope it helps.
Brilliant stuff from ART today. What a superb victory. And Davide Valsecchi, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
This race, this win, was about one thing and one thing only: consistency. Anyone can be quick for just 1 lap, but there's a difference between that and being quick every lap, over and over and over. If you can do that, if you can gain ground when your opponents make mistakes, but then not make mistakes on your own, you can just push and push.
ART, the French team who have been racing since the 90s in various forms of motorsport, are once again back on the winner's podium today after a brilliant display of driving skill. And now, Davide Valsecchi, let me ask you, who is your driver of the day?
My driver of the day was Theo Pache. He did a cracking job moving through the field. Just a very good race.
That's it for today's race. From Davide and I, it's goodbye, and we'll see you when Formula 2 returns.
So this is the setup I've gone with for Spain. Hope it's of use. So again, inverted, 22 on the front, 18 on the rear, and obviously with a inverted setup We are going to go heavy and stiff on the front suspension, roll bar, etc, etc. Transmission, again 80 on the ramp diff. Suspension geometry, you should already know this if you've seen the other F2 setups. We are going right, right, left, left. Again, it works. If it's not broke, don't fix it. They do really help a lot, to be fair. As I've said, many setups that have gone past, they're just a guide, and if you treat the F2 cars gently, they will reward you, and that is fact. It really, really is. Suspension, going with a stiff on the front and quite stiffish on the rear, stiffer than I would usually go on the rear of the suspension. Usually I'd run like a 7.2, 7.2, but I've gone with a 4 just to help that rear. Again, front roll bar 7. It's kind of middle of the road, obviously between 7 and 11, and stiff and not too stiff. Ride height is 4.5, and again that is mainly just to help avoid the curbs. The curbs are quite large around here, they're quite sausagey, if that is a word. But yeah, it should be enough for you. You guys need to, you know, this setup is okay straight out the box, but to get it from being okay to, you know, perfect, just play around with things, you know, make it work for you, make it feel better for you. Brakes, talked about brakes before. As soon as I get the Fanatec set up, they will be ABS off, and going back to probably about 52% on the front brake bias. And again, tyres, I've gone for the lowest front pressures and 21.3 on the rear. That's been Spain. Like I said, I hope this setup helps. I really, really do. Remember to do all the good stuff, like hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and stick around for more, because I'm going to go through the entire dry setups, and then for F2, and then I will be revisiting all the wet setups and any other setups that I can get back to, I will. But wherever you are in the world today, guys, hope you're good, hope you're well, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.